It's my pleasure today to get to talk to Coach Graham. Todd Graham is the ASU football coach, and he and his wife Penny are members of our church at the Scottsdale campus. And Coach, thanks for sitting down and visiting with us. Man, when you came to ASU last year, you really changed the culture. What would you say are one or two things that you did to try to change the culture at ASU?
Well, it's very simple in my opinion. We started writing values on the board, and things like character, things like faith, discipline, sacrifice, unconditional love, those type of things. And we instilled and brought out those values in them because every person has someone in their life that has influenced them in a very positive way. And most of those people have something in common. It's character. And you'll always find a common denominator with character. It's great faith. I wouldn't say we've completely changed the culture, but we've definitely made great progress there in making a difference in these young people's lives.
Man, you sure have. I coached a little, you coached a lot. This idea of step up, sometimes it's easier as a coach to inspire others and hold them accountable than as ourselves. You're high profile. In your spiritual growth, what would you say is the toughest area for you to step up? Has it been sharing your faith? Has it been dealing with temptation, giving? What would you say is the area that's been harder for you to step up?
In this business that I'm in, it's so worldly. You get so much affirmation that really doesn't matter, and it's enjoyable. It's like it's like sin.
Yeah.
And I think the key is being in the Word. That's probably the biggest challenge for me. Is that when it seems like when things are very difficult, I don't have a really hard time being in the Word. But when things are going really good and we're competing and you're running through that tunnel and you're winning games and being successful and you're experiencing success, that's when I seem to let my guard down and have the biggest challenge. And so just being in the Word, just going to church is something that I used to say that, you don't have to go to church to be a Christian. And, my pastor would tell me it's because you don't want to go to church. And you need to be in a church family.
Yeah.
You need that support around you. And what I've found is by the environment and the people that I surround myself with and the discipline, I know we're going to win here.
Right.
No matter, I don't know that we're going to beat USC or we're going to win the Pac-12. That's our goal. But I know we're going to win if we win every day and we honor God and we can help lead these young people in their faith. And that's what I think is important.
That's awesome. So you have an incredible ministry in this university, and especially with all of these young men. And I just want to thank you as your pastor for the faithfulness of you at church and hosting a neighborhood group, being involved in that, and your generosity. You're walking the talk. I appreciate that. I see on your wristband, any challenge is one of the slogans for your team this year. And we just announced that we're going to try and impact more of the valley in the southwest and also going out to the southeast valley and going to try and raise $5 million on one day. And to many people, that's a huge challenge, but with God, anything's possible. Just give a word of encouragement, Coach, to our church of how we can step up and reach more people for Christ.
Well, what this speaks to, the any challenge, it talks to every person, no matter who you are, is that you give your very best every single day at every single thing that you do. The greatest thing that I've learned in my life is to be a giver. And I think that's what obviously the Word teaches. So, I encourage them to have a giving heart. And, you're a giver or you're a taker. There's no in between. And so, I really challenge our church to step up and make a difference. And it's happening. I can see it in this valley, and it's an exciting thing.